Her Longest Night by Daltress. Read for you by My Name is R. Chapter 2, Epilogue. The stars looked at the two darkened lumps that were her sister and the nightmare. She couldn't believe her eyes. After so long, her plan was finally coming to fruition. She could almost jump for joy. So she did. "Yes! I knew Luna could do it!" she yelled as she jumped around the other 5 elements. Honesty watched the display before her as her head bobbed up and down with the star's movement. "I never doubted her. Your sister is a strong one, that's for sure." Loyalty pumped a hoof. "Yeah, that was pretty wicked." "Did you see how she looked facing down the nightmare? I've never seen a mare project such a powerful aura. And I can remember Celestia facing off with a couple of dragons that once tried to steal a cake she made for the Dragon Lord," Generosity said, then looked down and shook her head. "At least they made some fabulous jackets." Magic?" Kindness whispered. "Is it okay just to leave them here like this?" The stars stopped in midair and face planted. Oops! With a flash of magic, both Luna and the nightmare disappeared. Ooh, does this mean we finally get to see Equestria?" Laughter asked. "That's right! Oh, I'm so excited," the stars said. "Yeah, excited," Kindness said as her eyes shifted back and forth. "All right, girls, gather round." The stars motioned them over, and the 6 mares formed a circle. "I need every pony for this to work." The elements did as instructed, and the stars lit her horn. The outline of a 6-pointed star began to form above the group. "Now give it everything you've got!" They poured all their heart and soul into the spell, and the star quickly filled in with magenta crystal. Once it was full, they cut their magic in unison. "Whew! Warn me next time you're gonna cast a spell like that. I never got a chance to catch my breath after helping Luna," Honesty said, and summoned a hat to fan herself with. "What's with the star, anyways?" "It's our memories," the stars said. "One of the downsides of going to Equestria is that we will forget almost everything about ourselves when we leave here. That's why I stayed behind when Celestia and Luna went to stop Discord." "Pfft, like I'd ever forget how to be awesome," Loyalty said. "If we don't remember anything, then how are we supposed to find each other to stop Nightmare Moon once our bindings wear off?" Generosity asked. "Don't worry, the bonds that tie us together will eventually reunite us. I just know it." The stars twiddled her hooves. "I may have also weaved a powerful enchantment on each of us that will trigger if Celestia comes in contact with you." "So what are we waiting for? Let's do this," Loyalty said, and did a backflip as she jumped into the air. "I think I'm fine here on the moon if you don't mind. The moon is safe. I like the moon," Kindness said, and started to trot away from the others. Loyalty rolled her eyes and flew back to Kindness. "Wait! No! Aye!" Kindness screamed as Loyalty picked her up and took off towards the planet above. "Well, here goes nothing," Honesty said, and jumped. "This is going to be so much fun!" Laughter said, and fired herself out of a cannon that came from Harmony knows where. "Watch out, Equestria! Here comes Generosity!" The stars watched as her friends turned into pastel-colored streaks in the night sky, and smiled. "I told her I wouldn't return alone, though this isn't quite how I imagined." And with that, she leapt into the sky. Twilight Sparkle was enjoying her day. She was splayed out on her stomach on a patch of grass that overlooked a gently flowing stream. This was one of her favorite feelings, the soft grass underneath her and her snout buried in some dusty tome. She stretched a bit and heard a pop. Tempered with the shade of a sapling, the warm sun above was great for working out kinks she would get from her late-night study sessions. Speaking of, the summer sun celebration was coming up, and that meant it was a long weekend, which in turn meant more time for reading books. She lay there reading until she reached a passage about how 2 sisters once ruled Equestria, but one fell to darkness and was banished by the other with the age of the elements of harmony. This gave her pause. Something seemed so familiar about this tale, but she couldn't place it. Elements of harmony. I know I've heard of those before, but where? Author's note. This is the last sequel I intend to write for A Tale of the Sun, Moon, and Stars. Thank you so much for reading this and my other stories. It's because of people like you that the last 5 years of my life have been fulfilling, despite of my many failings. As always, feel free to comment or make suggestions. I would also like to thank my pre-readers again. Without them, I would look even more like a total dunce. Thank you all for listening. This is the end of this particular series, sort of. There is another story, Through Ice and Shadow, that is set in the same universe and connects to this significantly. But A, it's longer than everything else put together, and B, I didn't know it was part of this series when I said I was going to do this series next, and C, it's clearly not necessary for the others, although I think that's basically true of all of them but the first. There is a reason they're all labeled as sequels of the first one. But anyway, yeah, I am not going to read it now. I might come back to it later. I might not. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm done with this series. I hope you liked it. And it was strangely popular. I'm not exactly sure why, but it was. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope you have a good time. And many of you are probably here right on the tail of the last one that I put up, like, what, 30 minutes ago? An hour? Anyway, goodbye everyone. Have a pleasant time.